Hey everyone, Gina here. I've got another sneak peek process video for you. Now I'm just going to show you guys what I'm using. I'm using several of our alpha kits, some of our word essentials, and our new botanical set, which I printed out on regular cardstock and sticker paper. So I'm just going to start by mixing some paint to get kind of that lighter pinky peachy color I've got going on that card. So I am mixing Blush Crush and Coral Bay, and those are both Color Theory acrylic paints. So we're just going to mix those up, and then I'm going to put them on the back of a card so that I can use it to do the little swipe technique. So also on the side over there, I cut out some of the things that I thought I might want to use, and then part of the phrase that I wanted to put on the page. So now I'm just swiping a little bit of color where I want to put those white colored alpha stickers that you see over there on the side. And then I kind of already had an idea of how I wanted to lay things out, so I just put some of the paint down around where I wanted to put things. So I had this little, I think it's referred to as like glassine little bag, and wasn't sure if this tape runner was going to work on it or not because it's so glossy, but it worked just fine. So I am going to put that little floral piece underneath the edge of that little packet right there, so it kind of peeks out from the back. So I'm just going to lay that down, and then I have a cute little pocket to put my little thoughts on, which I will write on later. Now I'm going to grab these fun stickers. I've been saving these for a while. I don't use a whole lot of paint usually on the back of my for my backgrounds, so I knew I needed to wait to do that to use these, otherwise you wouldn't be able to really see them on the page. So I grabbed a ruler because they're really sticky, and I wanted to make sure that I got them all on there in with that paint swish that I did, and so I knew I wouldn't be able to pick them back up off the page. So I grabbed a ruler, and I'm just going to lay them out, making sure that I have enough room for all of them. I really like this little like funky kind of brush lettered sticker font going on there. I will link it down below along with all of the other products that I've used here and things that you can find in our shop as well. So now I just am gonna push down all the stickers down onto the page, and it's still a little bit hard to see that white font because the paint that I used was so pale, but that's okay. I think it turned out all right. So now I'm just going to lay out those letters down there on the page, and while I'm doing that, I'll go ahead and read the verse that I'm focusing on here. So a couple weeks ago, our pastor did a series on the different metaphors in Ephesians about how we're all part of something bigger. So he talked about how we are all parts of a building, we're all parts of the body. And then he talked about how we are the bride of Christ, which is in Ephesians chapter 5, verses 22 through 32. So I'll read that. Wives, submit to your own husbands as to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, his body, and is himself its Savior. Now as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit in everything to their husbands. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, that he might sanctify her, having cleansed her by the washing of water with the word, so that he might present the church to himself in splendor, without spot or wrinkle, or any such thing, that she might be holy and without blemish. In the same way, husbands should love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself, for no one ever hated his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it, just as Christ does the church, because we are all members of his body. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. This mystery is profound, and I am saying that it refers to Christ and the church. And I just really loved that part where he said, the mystery is profound. I have always just been okay, I guess, with the idea of mystery as it pertains to God and Jesus. And I just love that we don't know everything, that there is mystery, that there are things that he hasn't revealed to us. And I know that makes some people uncomfortable, but I just love to sit in that unknown and just know that what God has is just beyond what we could even understand. So now I'm just finishing taping up all those little letters. I added some of those stickers down at the bottom, and then I cut out another floral piece to add at the top there under the little packet. And then I'm just going to highlight the little section that I just read, and then underline that specific verse about the profound mystery. This is one of those pages that I kind of had an idea of what I wanted it to look like in my head, and then it just didn't quite turn out exactly how I imagined, but it's not about the, perfection of it or any of that. It's about connecting with the word and ruminating on, what God is saying to you. So yeah, then I picked out a fun little rifle paper page clip that has some of those peachy colors in it, and then anchored it down with some more black and white florals in that washi tape. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish it off by stamping the date there at the bottom of the page. And that's going to do it. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. We have some really fun stuff coming out in the next couple weeks, so you're not going to want to miss it. See you guys next time.